the waste dispensing wash, okay? Then you get up, go to the sink, okay? You rinse your hands. Then you apply soap, stop the water from running. Give it a little scrubbed up for 5 to 10 seconds. Then you turn on the sink, mix your A's, B's, and C's forwards and backwards. Then you rinse again. Finally, you dry your hands. Make sure to get a good dry. And then you get your hand lotion, your scented hand lotion. You rub on that, and then boom, you're done.
Okay.
That's a good
You're
way.
clean as. You're clean as.
Listen to that, viewers. See, you gotta listen to that. That's how you stay safe from that COVID.
Clean as
Is
no
that,
Rona.
is that today's sponsor?
No.
Yeah,
COVID?
This-
Is COVID our
this-
sponsor? No, no.
No,
Please,
it's
God,
hand
no.
washing. It's
Hand washing, yes. We are sponsored by hand washing today. Anyways, welcome to Meeting Your Mentors. I'm Jonty and my co-host Xavier. And today we have a very special guest, Nana Prempe. Yay!
Thank you, everyone.
So, just introduce yourself.
Guys, my name is Nana Prempe, and it's a pleasure to be today's first ever host. I am Prime Minister here at Cardinal and Brozick. I'm also part of CORE, Black History, Phys Ed Leadership, and our first ever interfaith committee here at CA.
Yeah, that's a lot. He's done a lot for this.
You already know the
school.
resume is gonna be stacked.
Oh
The
yeah,
resume-
100%.
I got the resume.
100%. It's gonna be stacked. This man is a leader through and through.
I know, right? It's like he's president at 17. How does he do it?
I have no
Exactly.
idea.
I
Anyways,
thought Obama was a lead.
That's crazy.
what's your plan for this year then, as the prime minister?
What's my plan? Oh, the big question that everybody's been asking. Well, my plan for this year is to kind of fix up the school before we end up leaving, since we're grade 12s. There's been a high amount of injustices towards both females, males, black, brown, white people, pretty much all of us. Everybody at our schools face some type of discrimination. So what my plan is to help eliminate this process, create teams that can help support these issues, like our first ever equity club in a sense, and also work hand in hand with Spectrum, Black History, Interfaith, and all the other clubs, and help bringing our school to more of a diverse place, and of course make the best out of this COVID season.
Yeah, man. COVID really put a damper on it, but I like the enthusiasm. I like the plan. It's a solid plan. So anything you have any things that you have coming up specifically, or is they long-term plans?
Specific right now, council, we are working on a talent show, which the clips are due next Friday, the 4th, and some long-term ideas that we have. We're going to be running a 6 days of Christmas, which is kind of our version of the 12 days. Civvies days hopefully will be coming in the near future. Nice little pajama days, movie nights, and just some more online things to help students feel more engaged and give them more of that school spirit, even though they may be at home.
Yeah. Well, online classes. I recently saw that today specifically there was some sort of form going out from Phys Ed Leadership, something to do with online classes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, boys, hold on. We're just gonna cut that because my sister's being annoying. You need to tell her to shut up. Hold on.
Ah,
We're gonna add this to bloopers though. Don't even worry.
lad, I don't want to edit.
Like I said, we're gonna add some bloopers. Don't worry.
I don't want to edit. No, we're leaving it in. It's fine. We're leaving it in.
Yeah, we'll just have a nice little Patterson swear word.
That's fine.
That'll be a nice segment. Cussing with Patterson.
Cussing with Patterson. Patterson, I'm not editing it out. We're leaving it
Oh
in.
no, you better not.
Yeah, I'm not
Actually, no,
editing
I
it.
know
Oh.
It's staying in.
Oh, okay. So the whole school's gonna know that I locked my sister in a basement. Okay.
Yay!
Wow.
Wait. Okay.
Wow.
Relax.
It's all right.
relax.
It's all right.
That
It's
has
all right.
to
It's
be.
all right.
Listen,
That can stay in.
I left her one water bottle. Okay, she's chilling.
Oh, calm.
Yeah.
I don't have water anyways.
Mm.
True. Gotta pay for that shit, bro. That shit ain't free.
Yeah, no,
It's
definitely
expensive.
not. It is expensive. Yeah.
All in the cap. So
Water bill, more like water nil. Okay, I'm gonna stop speaking. Absolutely.
The dad puns don't need to be heard.
Guess that is my comedy. Hello, that's
I
just
expect that from Minardi, not you, fam.
Hmm.
bro. Listen. All I'm saying is that I carry core in the comedy department, well, and the tech department, but I feel like evenly in the comedy and tech department, because name somebody else who would pull up to the grade 9, what's it called? Pull up to the grade 9, what's it called? I
Night
forgot
of the
the name.
Nines? Was it?
Not
Retreat.
the 9s. No. Remember how like the grade 8s from who are about to become grade
Day
9s?
in a life.
No,
Day in a
that's
life.
not day in the life. Like the orientation.
Orientation.
Oh, okay,
Name
okay,
a guy.
okay.
Name a guy who would pull up to an orientation setup like 20 minutes before they came and starts cracking dad jokes. Name a guy. Name a guy.
Oh
You
my
I would
never
have
goodness.
done
heard-
it, but I would have done that, but I was in the air, so I couldn't.
Yeah, you're in the
True, true.
You know, it's rough.
Exactly.
It's rough out here for El Prezi that day.
How you been? How's classes been for you, Nana?
Well, right now, a brother has what the finance and the phys ed leadership, and it's easier compared to my last quadmester when I had religion and English. And let's just say I
Damn.
lost marks because of APA and MLA.
Damn, you gotta know this.
class.
Anything but
it's
science
not-
is always
Bro,
MLA.
APA is not a
Yeah,
vibe.
but-
APA is not a
Listen,
vibe. I'm so sorry.
Let me explain. Because what happened was, Jonty, you were in my English class. You know how we would do MLA? I
Yeah.
would keep my generator in MLA because I'm typing English papers. So
Okay.
the one time for Kavik, I was doing everything. I put in everything into the generator, and it was an MLA, but I forgot religion's APA.
Oh,
So then she
wait,
did-
religion's
she did good on
APA?
Yeah, religion's APA.
Wait.
For grade 12.
So I was constantly on the flip of APA and MLA, so that I was
Oh,
getting
no.
hella confused.
Yo, I think I might.
You know,
Wait,
hold on, hear me.
what?
Hot take. Hot
Okay,
take.
okay,
hot
go,
take,
go,
hot
go,
take,
go.
hot take. You know how we solved this problem?
How?
Read.
I don't even
See,
think that's
read.
the case.
Yes, you read. That's how you see. There's this thing called a rubric, right? And on the rubric,
There's some- no,
it, gives,
not
it gives you the things such as like how to get a level 4, and I would imagine on the thing it would say on the requirements, AP the format is good. You got to stick to the format. What format? APA. Anyways,
But
I mean, it's an
it's
honest
my fault
mistake.
because
It's an
my-
honest mistake.
it happened. 'Cause
Yeah,
even it was like, oh yeah, you did it right, but I don't want an MLA. I'm like, oh, blame the generator then.
yeah, it's honestly generator's fault. Then it's
Realistic. Why did they make different formats?
Because it's just weird.
Like,
I just find
like,
that whole,
think about it.
the Chicago style.
Okay, I don't even know what
I
Chicago
forgot that
style
was a
is.
thing.
Like, what is Chicago
I mean,
style for? Why does it exist?
I think we use it in uni. We use it in uni.
Oh my
I think
god.
we use
Okay.
all in uni.
But-
Maybe.
Yeah. 'Cause it doesn't make sense. Why are you gonna teach me MLA for one class when I use AP in everything else?
That is true.
That is
We're
a
about to go to
great-
Like, why not
APA
teach
so
me-
tough.
Why not teach me APA first and then do MLA in like grade 9? Then I'll be like, okay, calm.
We use APA in grade
Whatever.
9, right? Science?
No
Yeah,
I
geography.
swear, science.
Geography, science, and yeah.
I
Yeah.
have never used APA. I have yet to use APA in my 4 years. of high
Don't you
school.
remember the brochure we made for Mr. Ponte?
No. Patterson, you're capping. You're capping.
I am
You
not
had to
capping.
use APA.
I am capping. I'm not capping. I am not capping. Shut up. I have yet to
You've
use
used it.
I
That's the
promise you.
biggest cap.
I
That's the
promise
biggest cap
you.
I've
I do
ever
not
heard.
remember. I do not remember. Listen, if I
You've
remember.
used APA.
No, I have not. Listen. All right.
Yes, we
So,
have.
No, I have not. I'm built different. Okay, listen. Okay, one of the
You're
things I
not
hate about
built different.
APA.
You're lying
I-
right now.
I am built different. Okay, listen. One of the main reasons why I know this is because whenever I see people do APA in that ugly format, I will always, make fun of the fact that APA takes up an entire page just to write 3 lines: your name,
Oh, yeah,
course code, and then
yeah.
the date. I will always laugh at that. I'm like, imagine using APA.
No, I
Dude,
swear. We did use APA. We used
Nah,
it back in
I
grade
did
9.
not.
We did.
No, I have not. I'm
No.
built different. I'm a different breed.
Jonty, he's delusional. That's it. He knows he's used
Patterson,
it. He's being a comedian.
is
It
your
don't work
memory
like
all
that.
right?
We all used APA.
I swear on me, I have never used APA.
I guess this is a goodbye, Patterson, because we both know you used APA.
You've used APA 100%.
No, never.
I don't
Grade
you
9
may not remember.
geography, we used APA.
I don't
grade
remember it
9
in geography, but I remember it in science.
Okay, so moving
Have
on.
you guys never done? Okay.
Okay.
Stuck here forever.
He's scared to lose the debate.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Honestly, like, so I know we talked about this before, But let's hear from the El Presidente. Okay, Nana, how we looking universities wise? How we looking? The applications, all the whole shebang.
That's a good one.
Ooh, that big question. All right. So luckily yesterday I officially applied for my schools. I applied. I'm staying local. I'm
Okay.
gonna go to UFT Ryerson in York. I
Bro,
was gonna go
we're
to
all
Queens,
picking
but
Ryerson U of T. What is this?
exactly. The thing is, everybody from CA, we're going to uni together, regardless.
Legit,
We're gonna
legit. Like,
figure
it's
it
just
out.
gonna be this class next year.
That's gonna be jokes.
Oh my
I was like,
goodness.
wait, you came to UFT too? But like, yeah, exactly.
Okay,
But yeah,
yeah.
so I applied to those three schools. I applied for politics and governance at Ryerson, and then criminology, and then I did a international bachelor of the arts at York, and then ethics, society, law at UFT, and then politics and political science at UFT as well.
Nice.
Not gonna lie, when I hear hear what they're applying for, I'm just like, okay, it's like they're doing what's it called, criminology. All right, politics and government, okay. Business and technologies, okay. And then there's me. I'm just like, I want to make Marvel movies.
Hey man, to each their own. You're good at making
Oh,
movies and
you're
storyboards and all that. You're good
you're
at that.
making bucks, fam.
I know. I just find it funny because like I'll just go about my day, and I'll see people like not now because COVID.
Yeah.
But before I'd see people in the cafeteria with their science king, their science and math textbooks, and then meanwhile I'll look to my right and look at Lisa. Imagine taking a science. The sickest high five ever, bro. Honestly, I miss those.
Oh man,
I would
I have to
feel
get all the
pain every
I have
time.
to get all the
I
commoners.
feel
You
I
decide.
feel so bad for everybody that wants to be an engineer. All you guys.
Bro, I was thinking about taking engineering, and then I realized I needed chemistry, and I immediately stopped.
Bro, that was
You
me.
didn't take chem this year?
Computer engineering, bro.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
like,
take chem.
oh my god. When I figured out I needed like what's it called? I needed advanced functions and I needed calculus and I needed physics, chemistry, grade 11 and 12. I'm like, nope. No. See you later.
thing
Absolutely
is,
not.
thing
No.
is, thing
Yeah,
is, thing is,
that
I'm going into architecture, so I do need everything but chemistry. So I was like,
Oh,
Ryerson 100%. Yeah, they're goaded.
That's a lot.
that's what I like about Ryerson. It's
Mhm.
such a balanced school. Like it suits everybody's talents. They have the
100%.
co-op. It's in the six. You can do whatever you want. Like
Yeah.
this is cool for me.
And it's close
And they
by.
have
And of course,
it's super
yeah,
close. Oh my god.
just you hop on the subway, walk a bit, and you're there.
Exactly.
And since we're dead center, literally everything is accessible to you.
Oh yeah, it's literally like what, 5 minutes away from Dundas or something like that.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it's like it's near the financial district. It's a couple walks away from the CN Tower. Like it's perfect where it's located.
Yeah. Man, I always wanted to go on a tour there, but Rona came in, drop
COVID.
kicked us.
Oh, Madam COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
Rona really be messing up my plans, bro. Like
I know.
Yeah, Rona messed like the plans I had for this year for us, especially. COVID just came in and just shot it all down.
Yeah.
Broke my heart.
Pain.
dude, I was so hyped for Kara Cardinal this year because like Miss Badeline. Oh, okay, hold on. No, I'm not calling out Miss Badeline at all. But I was super hyped because before last year she stated that Kara Cardinal will be every other year. I'm like,
Bi-yearly,
okay,
yeah.
Yeah,
bi-yearly. So I'm like, okay, we're not getting in grade 11, grade 12. Okay, this is the year.
About
You
to
already
pop
know it's
off.
gonna be the greatest Kara Cardinal of all time. AV captain. Oh my god, dude! I'm telling you, the lights, the music, gonna go nuts. It's gonna be amazing. And then Rona was like, no.
Nah, not this year, buddy.
yeah, that's what it really sucks. Because even with like personally with me and Cam, we've been making ideas for this year since February of 2020. Because I'm like, I'm most likely winning prime minister, which I nearly didn't. Oh, I lied. That's a lie. Anyways, but yeah, we've been making ideas. We had our senior plan. Like we had a Wonderland trip, senior sunset, memory lane, CA drive-in for us. Like there were so many ideas, but COVID came in and just said, "I'm just gonna block you guys." And
Nah.
now we're here.
So that grade 12 senior trip, do you really think it's gonna like happen?
Oh, so the MTL trip, that one, I
Yeah.
can't go because my mother said differently. Because I was one of the reps, but then I had to pull out because of my mom.
Mm.
But it's kind of iffy because the way this vaccine situation is looking, and there's hope a vaccine may work, but some people are like,
I don't know.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't.
trust
I,
no
I don't really
vaccine
trust
yet.
it. It's very early.
Yeah, that's the thing.
very early.
There's too like that's why I'm iffy about it because like I need to see some human trials, try it on some politicians first, so we
Yeah.
know Like, if they can do it,
If the big boys survive, then we're
probably.
fine.
If they don't, then
Eh, too
it
bad.
is what it is.
Yeah, it's really up.
Yeah, Doug Ford. I mean,
But speaking of COVID, like we're usually talking about the negative since there aren't many positives when it comes to COVID. Um, as what's it called? As a supporter of the Nana Prempeh Cam supporter, I don't know what to call it.
The campaign.
The
The
campaign.
campaign of legend.
No. The campaign.
Oh.
The campaign. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
he's such a that's such a
I know, I'm amazing.
such a no.
Yeah, I just gave Cam the biggest ego boost ever. Anyways,
Yeah.
I was thinking like I was looking more toward I'm thinking of trying to think of like the positives because I feel like there definitely are some positives that were just like that I feel like the majority populace is overlooked. For example, as you may already know, I am a part of this year's yearbook creation, and I can say that while we are missing out on, for example, the sports section, or as of right now, things could be better in spring.
Let's
But as
hope.
of right now, we're missing a
Yeah.
sports section, we're missing event section, and various other holiday events that we had in the actual school. But a plus that came out of this is that in terms of spreads, we have more room for other things, such as an art page, which usually would be 1 to 2 pages about showcasing art, showcasing just like a variety of art that Miss Irushi and the other art teacher who thought that was genuinely good. But now, unfortunately, while we did lose some spreads for sports and events, we now have more pages to showcase more art. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
now and we have a new page, for example, to showcase people's masks that they wore, or what they're doing, or but we're still up in the air right now. But topic are what's it called? Some ways we can get pictures is people how people are celebrating events at home. It gets more. It's just a different perspective to look at, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like, have you guys found any like ups, the unseen ups, or no, not unseen, unexpected ups COVID's brought?
Like some positives out of COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Well,
trying to make the most of it, right?
yeah. Well, personally, I would say like a huge positive would be with me and Cam. Like, COVID really brought us together. Like before, we were friends, but like Cam is like a sister to me. Like the relationship we've made since COVID has started, it's been quite good. And personally, I've been working out more. Finally got back into shape. I'm ready for track season when it starts.
Okay.
If Reynolds needs me to run a 1500 meter, I'll say no, but I'll still run it.
I was going to say
And
stop.
of course, I'll run it. I'll run the steeplechase. I'll run the 5K, and even with myself, I've bettered myself to the point that I was able to reach my goal and run a 10K for the first time, which
Jeez.
Okay.
was kind of mad because if like Xavier would know, like you would
What's
see me
that?
at track practice, run a couple laps, and I'd be like, no, it's a wrap.
A third of a
Yeah.
marathon? A third of a marathon?
Let me tell you, John T. Listen, track practice with Reynolds,
Oh, don't even make me
and
think.
Ediful, and let me tell you, that was just not.
Oh,
That was not fun.
You had Coach Reynolds as your running coach?
Yes.
Oh my.
And-
yes.
Yes, that was okay. Listen.
Oh, no.
All of the Reynolds and Ediful, but dear God,
Yes.
they actually ran us down to the bone. Like, okay,
Oh
so
god.
for perspective, right? As sprinters, so if I'm speaking from sprinter perspective. For sprinters, they would make us do horseshoes. We run the 200 or the curve, we sprint it, and then we run where we just like tone it down to like a jog for the straight, and then sprint again, no stopping, 4 times.
Oh my goodness.
And then for runners, they just ran the entire practice.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
no.
I did laps on laps on laps, and then he'll be like, okay, 4 minute water break. Time just disappears. Laps and laps,
Damn.
and then stairs, and then
I mean-
Reynolds made me do cycling for a bit. 30 minutes of cycling every once in a while. Oh man,
Stairs on stairs on stairs, bro.
stairs.
I mean, I had him as a coach for football and he worked our asses there. But I can't even imagine doing that.
Dude, stairs.
Like it was,
Oh,
and then we would do hurdles in the gym, sprints in the gym. Like it was really good. Like I'm for sure. One thing I'll miss is the track season with my boys.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like those times on the bus set, lasting two and relaxing under the sun, then the anxiety before a run, and then you just get to run it off. And
Yep.
Like Jonty, let me tell
So
you,
amazing.
if in my opinion, if football is the sport that builds the most camaraderie, I feel like track is like track is probably like top three in my opinion at least.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because just like the amount of time that you just spend investing into one simple thing, which is running, right? But you're doing with the same people, and the fact that you're trying to bring everyone up at the same time, it's just like, oh my god.
It's too good.
There's
It's so like
so many memories over just like a couple years. It's crazy.
It's too good.
and that's why grade 10 track was, even though like that was our last track season, that was one of my favorites. Well, out of the
Yeah,
two,
hundred
because
percent.
it was all of us. We would
Yeah,
train
'cause-
together. We worked hard. We had Ediful. Ediful was helping out, and even with him, that man, he's a crazy guy. I'm not gonna lie to him. He's a crazy lad. Because
Just
I
a
remember when
little.
I qualified. Yeah, a little bit. I remember I qualified for South Regionals, and he told me, "Okay, we're gonna have a morning practice." I'm like, "Okay, I'm ready to run." He's like, "I want you to run backwards,
Huh?
but don't look backwards."
What? You were just
You know what,
backpedaling the whole time?
Like he wants me to sprint backwards and run the whole track backwards.
Listen,
You can't
I would-
sprint backwards.
I would do.
Yes,
Yes, you
you
can.
can.
Yes, you
Sprint
can.
backwards.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you're pushing yourself backwards.
Yes, I know. I understand that, but you won't be doing a sprint. You're just backpedaling
He
fast.
said,
Exactly.
He said, "Eye pocket,
Oh,
eye
yeah.
pocket, and you're going backwards."
You gotta
So
do
it
both.
was weird
Wait.
because I was trying to go forward, but they like no back. So then it was like you're
So you were
reversing
doing the
yourself when you're
regular
moving.
forward sprinting movements, but trying to push yourself back.
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then he made me sprint in 800 meters, and I could only do up to 650, and then I threw up
Wow. That's
because
He
I
liked
don't
it.
sprint.
Like-
I don't.
all I can think of right now is, have you ever seen the moon running video where that dude literally moon ran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of. That's what I'm imagining right now.
Bro, let me tell you, just like as a sprinter, I don't run, I don't do long distances. I don't like running. I'd rather sprint. Plus, it's not that I don't have the stamina. I can always build up the stamina, but from where I'm at, I'd rather not. I just like blow it all in one fell sprint, one fell swoop. But
Lucky.
just running the 400, just not even running, sprinting the 400. That in itself has me it has me dead. So the fact
Oh,
that like the fact that you sprinted the full, almost you could barely sprint the 800 kind of has me shook. Like I definitely throw up halfway. I definitely throw up halfway.
Damn.
Absolutely not.
Wait, you
I'd make
sprinted
it slow.
800?
No. I don't sprint 400. I do 100 and 200. But I don't know. I might try 400 because like I've definitely COVID has definitely allowed me to train more, work on
Mhm.
myself.
yeah.
The stamina is definitely one thing that
Uh,
I'm proud to say that I've gotten more of. But
Mm.
400 is probably not the best for me. But I'll think about it. I've been thinking about it because we need to do relay too, right? And
Yeah.
depending on
even-
what we do.
Yeah, because even personally, I was gonna this year. I told myself I'm gonna run the 400, and then because our school doesn't, I'm like the only long distance runner for CA. So
Yeah,
it's like I'll see all my boys doing the 100 meters. I'm clapping for them, and then there's like, Nana,
Alright.
800-meter seniors. I'm like, the
Mad.
burden of that event. But the thing is, it's like I hate the 1500-meter and the 800, but I'm good at it.
Mm.
Like I don't like I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but like you can ask like Xavier. When I run it, and then I always place at least top 5 in my heat, or I'll win the heat, but I would lose on results because it's a timed final. So I can come first. Like one day that made me cry was Rob's the 800. I came first in the heat. I think I made a PB of 212. I'm like, okay, that's calm. Then the other boys ran. They said the results were like in 6th place from Cardinal and Brozic, Nana
Oh.
Prempeh.
Oh,
And
damn.
I was next to Lyndon, and it's top 5 to qualify for South Region. I was pissed. And he's like, "Why are you pissed off? You did good." And I'm like, "Coach, I didn't make it. I came 6th place." But
800
luckily,
and 212.
one of the
Mad.
guys who qualified had a CPT the day of South Regionals.
Oh, see.
He comes up to me. He's like, "Bro, I want you to take my place." I'm like, Of course. I'd love to." 2 years
You
in a
got
row,
in by
of course.
default?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I got in by default, and then when I went to South Regionals, I did the exact same thing. I won my heat and came 7th place out of 14 boys that were the best of South Ontario. And I was
Damn.
gassed with it. Such because I was in dead last in that race, and I just hear Ediful and uh, is it Ediful and Miss Macri
Oh,
just
yeah,
yell, "Run, run, run!" And I just gave it my all, and luckily did what I did, and then
That's
I won
good.
MVP that season.
Oh, okay.
Little miracle story, you know. That's that's a hope.
Bro, I'm nothing compared to you guys. I hit a new PB. I hit a new PB. 6-minute kilometer. And for a big boy like
Really?
myself, I think I'm proud of that.
That's good. Because
Listen,
my PB for a kilometer is, I think, 3 minutes 30.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Bro.
but that's like for a 5K.
I would have to sprint the whole kilometer to match that. Mad. You guys are on another level.
Reynolds and Linden.
You guys are on another level.
they
I'm not even fast though. They killed us.
Yeah, you got mad stamina though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would
mean,
say that.
Yeah. That's a positive taken away from it. You can meet our perspective when when school's back to normal, and I'm gonna put you on the ropes. Put you on the ropes. I'm gonna put you on the ropes.
Oh,
like,
ropes? No.
I will put you on the
Those are not
ropes. I want to put you on the ropes. Okay. You're gonna sprint. I think it was 50. I think it's 50 or 80. You're gonna sprint 50. You're gonna sprint 50 or 80 on the ropes. Have fun with that.
What's that?
Yeah.
With that.
So what
Basically-
happens is they'll tie a rope around your waist,
Okay.
and then like let's say you're running, and then Xavier would hold the rope and hold you back. So there's your resistance. But you have to give it all
Oh,
and
okay. Patterson? I want to
but
try
no,
that.
listen, but listen. It can't be me because A, you are double my weight, so we're gonna need Lyndon.
Relax! That man won't let me move! I won't move!
Okay, yeah, that's the point. None of us could move. Okay.
True,
That's the whole-
true. Yeah.
And listen, we had to run this back 3 to 4 times.
Coach Linden is a walking Hulk, like
in the blazing
realistically.
heat. Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, no, I'm not holding it
No,
back.
but that man has done a lot for majority of us. Not gonna lie to you.
100%.
Like from grade 9 football, I remember.
Oh, those are the days.
He made me. He remember I had to hold something for him, and he body checked it. I flew to the cars. I was on the
I
little-
remember that.
field, and he's like 3, 2, 1. I wasn't ready. Man, I flew to the cars. I swear I hit a car, and then everybody was like, "Nana," and I'm like, "That man's not normal, guys. About Nana, don't Nana me."
He's a different breed,
He
bro.
is
real
he is
different.
actually a different breed, yeah.
Like he's such a unit.
I was gonna say he's an absolute unit.
Legit.
Like, oh, you can't beat that man.
I don't think I can thank Coach Linden enough though. The amount of discipline he put in me
Same.
from football, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can testify for that. With track, he molded us to be like I feel like that's what he did with all of us. Like we were his sons, and he molded us into these athletes that were ready to compete at a higher level.
He really
Young
did.
men.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, young men. Same
Ah,
with Reynolds. Like
yeah, Reynolds,
the
the
discipline these
goat.
guys,
Reynolds is goated. 100%.
like those guys will forever. They're forever like my father figures when it comes to CA. 'Cause
hmm
I can get behind that. And like, you know what? All those things that happened last year that got me so hyped for this year. Because like, you know what? We're as grade 12s, we are now the leaders. We're leading the pack. You know.
Right?
We have the
Yeah.
experience. We have the experience. You know, we went through ropes. We went through Linden throwing us in the cars. You know what I mean? Like we went through that.
Exactly.
We went through that all. Like we've been through mud and dirt. Okay. What's it called? And now we're just ready, guys. You know, we got this. We're gonna go to Robs. We're gonna go to South Beach. We're gonna go to OFSA, guys. We're gonna secure the dub. And then Scrotus
exactly.
like, oh, no, GG.
Bro, you don't know how
Exactly.
depressed I was when I heard we weren't gonna have a season this year.
But,
Oh
you
my
know,
goodness.
I feel
I,
like,
oh,
you know, I feel like how rough grade 11 was. I guess you could see this year because if by grade 11 we had all the training, right? It was
Mhm.
just at that point we just
Yeah.
needed another season because that's what we all wanted, or at least for
Mhm.
that for, as athletes, that's what we all wanted.
Yeah,
Because
we
it's
wanted
grade
that
12,
last
Yeah.
season.
This is our last year.
we were hungry.
Exactly, we were hungry. We want like
We're
grade 11,
hungry. We're
grade 11
hungry.
wasn't enough. We know we got a little bit of a taste of what victory was like.
We got some
And
success.
then exactly, and then we were cut short. Like we need more. But I guess you could see COVID as like a period to work on ourselves because I feel this is just me personally in volleyball. I can say I during our Duville game, I personally feel like that was one of our hardest games. And well, I don't know. I guess you could say like our ego was pretty big because, and I don't think any of the schools are gonna watch this, but I want to be very respectful. The teams where I can say that our team was really well prepared in the beginning of the season, and so
Mm.
we quickly ran through the competition. Before then, I think it was like I don't know if it was a couple games. It was a couple games. I think it was like 4 to 5 games where every single game was pretty. It wasn't too challenging, and so we had the opportunity to try out new things. And so by the time the Duville game came, where it was like it was equally matched, I didn't know what that was like. I didn't know what that was like. We were second place team too, so to get to Rapsa, we need to be the top two. The only two teams are allowed to go to Rapsa. Yeah, I believe it's top two. And so, um,
Rapsa's nationals or like
no,
provincial?
that's provincial.
Okay, okay.
No, it's regional. It's
Yeah,
regional.
that's
It's
regional
regional.
field.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, regional field. And so during a Duville game, I can say that I choked so hard every single time. And I'm not gonna say it's because I'm not gonna say like I missed a lot of my points because I underestimated them because I didn't know how good they were. And plus that was like my first time. That was my first game ever where the bleachers were full, packed, and
Yeah,
that,
DY has spirit when it comes to stuff like that.
yeah, and that pressure, bro, that killed me. That killed me. I had no idea what that was like. And I remember one time. During that game, where I just wasn't doing so hot. But at one point, I just called for the ball, and then Logan gives me a nice set. I blow the ball through the block, set the guy who received the ball on his ass, and then what's it called? The bleachers explode. And I swear to you, the moment my feet touch the floor, I look to the crowd. It's just like wind to my face, and it screams, and I low key almost dropped to my knees. That was like my first time ever experienced like, wow, I am the hype. That felt really cool.
Yeah.
But then like I serve, and then the ball like moves like 5 feet,
Sadness.
and I'm just like,
Like,
All the cool
pain,
points.
oh my
All
God,
the cool points.
dude, oh
you
my
build it all up and then you fumble.
I know. It was the break point too, because we weren't doing that well because they just played. They had it together. They had it better together than we did. And it's honestly good games to them. They were very good opponents, and they definitely taught us a lot because by that game after we practiced what we needed to work on, and we beat the first place team, Robert F. Hall, the week after. I think it was the week or week and a half after. And honestly, that was such an accomplishment for both, not only me, but also the team, because we fixed a lot of mistakes. I learned how to hit down, even though I was doing that before. But we hit the ball into the court, which is where the ball is supposed to go. But unfortunately, due to St. Mike's folding, because they didn't want to play us, it came down to sets. That's how they would do it. So how many sets you won versus how many sets you lost. And for the most part, every game that we've played went to 3. And so we didn't make it to Robson. We fell short 3rd place. But I can say that what I learned from that was I needed to work on a lot of stuff on myself, and COVID has given me the time to do that. And while I was really looking forward to a season to prove myself, I didn't get that. But I'm hoping that through this like period, this like I'll call it like I forget what it's called. Like we'll just call it like a rest period. I More often than not, COVID will be gone by the time we're in university, if not halfway through our
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
And I'll be proud to say that I can take what I learned from that grade 12 year of not necessarily leisure but self work. I can take that and then just like apply it in full force. Obviously, we're gonna be a little bit rusty, so we haven't played the sport in about a year and a half.
Yeah.
But the training is still there. We worked on what we need to work on. Everything that comes after is a result of, and
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. I'm
I
wondering,
can testify to that.
does
So,
Ryerson have a football team? I don't think so.
let me pull up my Ryerson book and check.
It's low key, maybe.
Because they have the difference of like with universities is they have varsity teams and then
Mm,
clubs.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're not.
So like if I go to Ryerson, I would be competing on their track club team,
Yeah.
or I can do their varsity cross country, which everybody says like, oh yeah, Nana, do cross country, but I'm like, who do you think I am? I can barely run, but
No, they don't got football.
Ah, damn.
they don't.
No, they don't.
UFTS football.
Yeah, I know, but Ryerson's
I
my
know
first. That's my first option because
Yeah.
I want to get that bachelor's in architectural science.
Bro, low-key.
Ooh.
What sucks is that, so this is a side note, it's completely somewhat related, somewhat not. So my family, every family's got a team when it comes to sports. If your family follows sports, your
Yeah.
family's got a team. And
Mm-hmm.
so for football, my team is Pittsburgh Steelers, right? But
Okay.
I know, right now we're pretty, we're pretty solid team.
Okay. Okay.
But like, my mom,
Up there, up there.
she's a Rams fan. And,
Okay.
it's kind of funny because like my dad and my sister, we just like slander the Rams 24/7. And then but the sad thing is for Ryerson, you know what our mascot is? The
The
Rams. So
Ram.
like
Rams.
I can't say anything
Your
now,
mom is
bro.
going to look at you like all those years, and you just came back to the Rams, didn't you?
It's like,
Walk into the house and be like, "What's your school mascot? Ram? Oh,
oh,
okay.
are
Noted.
you are you a Rams fan? Oh, he's like, man.
Oh, you're a Rams fan. Oh, you're a Ram. Okay.
Oh, okay, just like
Personally, I enjoy watching the Saints. I don't know. I think it's their uniform mixed with like how they play. It's just I enjoy it.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Steelers though, no, the gold, not the gold, but like the yellow and black. Ooh, we're drifting.
So good.
We're drifting. But like black and gold on the Saints, like not bad, not bad. Like, I'm not gonna cap that we kind of do better, but like I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Okay, relax, relax.
I'll let you have it. But yeah. Anything else we got lined up? Anything else we got lined down?
Anyways,
Uh-huh.
so Nana, social justice.
Yes.
What's been going on?
My favorite topic. I've been doing some behind the scenes work because like due to like the incidents that have been occurring last week or the week of the 16th of November, it's been like a lot of things that's been happening. And I've been listening to everybody's voices. I've been taking notes. I've been trying to figure out solutions because as I said, as one of my campaign promises is this isn't a 1 year term. Even though it is, it isn't. I'm trying to leave a legacy not just for myself, but for the grade 12s, the O 3s. So once we leave this foundation that students will get to build upon, and they'll still reflect like, oh yeah, the kids of 2021 did this, even though they had COVID, they're still able to produce these things. So I've come up with ideas. I've talked with admin with some good ideas. I don't want to give them away because some of them are a bit juicy, it's a bit enticing for the people. So what I just want people to know is I'm doing stuff. Me and Cam, we got some good things in order, and just wait.
And I hope to know that our school doesn't stand for any kind of racial discrimination or sex-based
Oh,
discrimination.
for sure,
So
for sure.
think before you talk or post or act. Just remember
Yeah.
that.
And,
That's why, like,
oh no, sorry, go on. I'll say it after.
oh, okay, because like that's why this whole thing has been so like tough because like this was our anti-black racism campaign, which is something that I'm so passionate about because it reflects like it affects me a lot, and for people to use, as people say, the freedom of speech, but to use it as a weapon instead of as something to raise people up or as a vessel to preach, but to make it as a weapon, that breaks my heart because like to make majority of our school feel uncomfortable in a place that we feel safe at or we're meant to feel safe at. Nah, I can't allow that to happen. That's why I want to say I promise, but I promise answers will be given to the people. I just don't know when, but I'm working on it.
It's really confusing to think about. Like, how can you, or how can anyone think to say that kind of stuff literally the week of such an amazing campaign?
It's ignorance. That's all it can be. Ignorance, tunnel vision, fear, and just yeah, most likely fear because they feel like a fear of like power shifting, as some would say, because
Lack of
the anti-black
foresight.
racism campaign. Yeah, the anti-black racism campaign was meant to lift up like our black students after like of course the incidents that occurred this year of like the passing of Ahmaud Arbery, Mr. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and like the Black Lives Matter campaign that's been happening in the States. Like there's been a lot of issues that have been occurring that's been affecting our black community, especially our black students mentally and emotionally. So this campaign was out like one chance to be like our school stands with us and we're here to grow. But for people to be like to do differently and try to take away from this meaning of this purpose, it's sad to see. But of course, that's not what we stand for here at CA because we're a school of love and peace. We just have to find that love and peace during these times and work for it,
Gotta build it back.
100%.
for sure.
But yeah, what I was going to say was, on top of the the unreasonable social justices and the ignorance, I recently saw a so when I not only we addressed this last week, last podcast me and John recorded, but the absolute ignorance that came out of the student body after their abuse of not their the abuse of the tool that's in social media that could have been used to spread love and awareness to the community, to the black community at the time, which was addressed by you. They used it in a more malicious way, and we're not going to address it again. But in light of this situation, I like the idea of writing down a pledge, and or each class wrote a pledge on a sticker, and then either put it on a wall or put it on a wall in the class, or just like collected them to see what each student thought. And in my art class, I don't know if it was in my cohort or in others, but I saw a pledge that said that was along the lines of I won't treat ignorance as a curse. I will see it as an opportunity to give my perspective. And honestly, I really, really like that because I can say coming in to school the next day, the following day after what the said student did, I can't say I was very happy. And I know I talked to you about this, Nana. I was not happy
Yeah,
at
I was
all.
gonna have as well.
And as a what's it called, as a Caribbean Canadian, I was like, I was fuming. I was telling my family, I'm just like, I'm not having this. Me and my sister about to jump. We're about to jump the guy, not literally, but we were thinking, we were
Yeah,
thinking about it. We were thinking about it.
heal
But
the moment.
that sticker really stuck out to me because it had me thinking about how not only you but previous leaders who are people of color spoke out against the people who believe that these injustices are okay, such as I don't know, let's go with MLK. He's a really big one. And he didn't, while he was infuriated, he fought back in a way that would better not only his himself but also the ignorant. And I really really like that. And
Mhm.
I feel like through your actions right now, obviously we're it's more short term after your I'm gonna say promotion from student to student body leader. But I
Mhm.
feel like I have a strong sense that you were able to pull the school in the right direction. And while the term may be short for you, maybe short lived since it's only 1 year, but I liked the idea that you aren't prime minister to be prime minister. You're prime minister to to leave a legacy, to leave a path for the next prime minister, to show whoever they may be, what direction you believe the school should go down. And
Mhm.
I have to give you like a round of applause for that. And I want you to know that
Thank you.
I fully support your movement because honestly, it makes me happy that that we have such a strong leader and a VP as well who fully backs you up and supports you, that that'll push the school in the right direction that I personally wanted for about 2 or so years, since grade 9 was like the year of like, oh, I need to like understand what the school's about. But yeah,
Truly. You
uh,
I
know?
appreciate that.
go El Presidente.
Because I get that 100% because like personally like when I heard the first kid do the nonsense that affected like the females at school, it was hard to hear because that same night I was having girls in grade 10, 11, even some of our classmates, our peers, DM me and be like, "Now you need to fix this. You need to figure out what to do." And my head was spinning in circles because I'm like, this I can't allow this to happen in our own backyard. So I'm like, I'm gonna type up an email. I'm gonna tell the principals. I'm gonna go in the office. I'm gonna discuss this. And that was the mindset I had. I'm like, okay, that we can neutralize. Let me do some homework. And then a couple hours later, we see the video of the N word being used. And when I tell you the anger I felt for the last that those 2 days were strong because this is a student that I did the beep test with, and I'm like, wow, you got potential, bro. Like I can see you on my track team. Like I was gonna welcome him as a brother, and then I see this nonsense, and it broke my heart to see that people were defending these actions, saying freedom of speech, and using that as an excuse. And I was just like, how can you defy that as freedom of speech when he's putting down black students, even sorry, black people during a time like this? Like it's hard enough to see like people, like black people die in the news and such, and I'm just like, I have the same complexion as these guys. Like Muhammad Aubrey, I do the same thing he does. I go on runs in my neighborhood, and I don't think that one day I'm gonna say, "Oh yeah, mom, I'm gonna go on a quick 5K. I'll see you later," and not return. So like just hearing the N word being used in such a derogatory term, like sense, just breaks my heart. And like that's the main reason why I tell everybody, I'm like, this campaign, it's not just for fun. Like we're gonna have fun, I promise. I'm trying my best. We're gonna have fun, but we're still gonna fix up CA because we're a minority majority, or as Mr. Panic would like to say back in grade 9 geography, we are a cultural mosaic, right? Canada is a cultural mosaic and America is a melting pot. That's what I remember from geography class. And that term has never been so significant when it comes to our school because when I look around these hallways, it's beautiful. It's not just one complexion of people. We have a wide range of complexion of race, of religion, sexualities, and just beliefs. That's what makes us CA. And as prime minister, or as like I've developed through these years, I've seen the issues. But back in grade 9 and 10, I couldn't speak up because I was on the bottom of the food chain. But grade 11, I had a bit of power, but I was still under people like Divine and Kwaku and the other grade 12s. But when I secured the ministry and I have Cam on my side, I promise that I'm gonna fight for these things because I don't like I always say this, I would never wish like the sense of being hated by society on anybody, not even my worst enemy. The thought of people just saying, "Oh yeah, he's black, he must be trouble," just it pisses me off. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna reflect that anger and put down another group. No, I'm gonna promote things. Like one issue that's been quite important to me now has been the Sikh genocide, and I know it's important, and I'm learning. I don't know all about it, but I have friends that this affects, and these friends are like family to me. So if it affects them, it affects me. And as prime minister, I'm gonna find ways that we can bring light to these events because, yeah, we are Catholic school, but we aren't just Catholics. Like we're a school full of amazing religions. So the things that affect them affect me. So if I can help them and make them feel more welcomed in our school community, of course I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure out ways that they can feel welcomed, so they're just not like, oh yeah, I go to a Catholic school and I'm not Catholic. Nah, we're a family here. Yes, we wear the same uniform, but we're still a family at the end of the day. Your beliefs are beautiful, and we're gonna promote that. That's why, like me and Amber Ignacio, we run Interfaith Share together, which that club has been so helpful when it comes to promoting events like these. Like now we have our interfaith conference where like religious leaders of so many different faiths would come to our school and just sit down and have like a dialogue of just talking about issues in our society and different religious aspects. Like when I first went back in grade 10, I sat there and I just listened. It warmed my heart just hearing like different perspectives of things and just how beautiful that night was. And it was just, oh man, like I can't wait to have another one before we graduate because it just warms my heart. And just CA in general, like we have our school's actually a really good school, but we have things that bring us down. But people need to remember that with those negatives, we have a lot of positives. Like Kara Cardinal, I can't wait for it to come back. And I have an idea in mind that isn't the same, but it's gonna do the same work. Like that those times I can see my friends wearing their native attire, dancing, and being proud of who they are. That warms my heart. That's what makes me smile. That's what makes me say, I like coming to Cardinal and Brosick. But when we lose that sense of those times that we can be our natural selves, is when the sense of not liking school is. So I'm gonna try my best, and I'm gonna try to bring back that sense of originality, of being ourselves. Because at the end of the day, once we leave this school, we are gonna be Cardinal and Brosick graduates, but we're still that person that we are at home. Like I'm still that Kenyan boy that reps the Black Star jersey whenever they play football, and I'm still that kid from Ghana. Like that's my people. But I'm gonna be that Cardinal and Brosick kid as well. So I get to have two senses of cultures, if you would like to say. So yeah.
Honestly, I get behind that. This next year,
That's
Cardinal finna be built different. No, I'm kidding.
that was very well said. Also, I think that's a good place to end it. just a heartwarming speech at the end. I thank you, Nana, for coming on, and
It's been a pleasure, gentlemen.
I wish you the best, and we will support you any way we can. Just know that.
I love to hear that.
All right, well, thank you for listening. This has been John T.
Bye.
All right, that was Xavier,
Not gonna
and
say your name.
our great guest, Nana Prempe.